Wow. How does everyone feel?
Welcome to Cissy Boys podcast. I am Dan Donahue, and I am on the podcast.
I'm Cooper Lyden. I'm a Los Angeles native. There's three things I like: sand, tacos, and skateboards.
We can't do the whole intro again.
Why?
You did it last time, and it took 20 minutes.
I'm a Los Angeles native. One thing I'm faulty of, too much loyalty.
You do say that a lot.
I'm Matt LeGrand. I'm on Zoloft, Wellbutrin PrEP, fish oil, and an extra 150 milligrams of Wellbutrin.
This my boy Matt. He's got tons of issues. He's fucked up.
Do you think it would sell well if they mixed Wellbutrin with PrEP and kind of made it like a package drug?
Like it's one drug.
One big pill.
It
one big
prevents
pill.
HIV and like
Feeling
also...
sad? I mean, what else do you need?
Yeah, that's true. When you have to take your sad gay pill every morning.
So I take 450 milligrams of Wellbutrin, and
Is that a lot?
So my coworker Simon, I was telling we always talk about what meds we're on because they're always switching up, and he was like, "You're on 450," and he was like, "My doctor told me the max was 300."
Dude.
And like I take the max of that pill, and then I have to get a whole separate prescription.
And you were like, "Your doctor's
450.
putting a fucking ceiling on your happiness, dude."
Or my
There's a
doctor's
whole
just a
nother
fucking
level.
idiot.
Oh, of course, that is what the case is.
No,
Yeah.
you're like a power lifter.
Yeah, you're too big. You're so big and strong.
Simon is probably 10 pounds more than me.
No. I'm talking about like you go hard. Like
Yeah.
you train hard. You know what I mean?
I have high highs and I have low lows.
This is Cooper just not wanting you to be on less Wellbutrin.
It's because
Pump it up.
Because from the stage high,
Makes you feel good.
I need from the come down after I'm
Right.
so excited on stage.
After you rip it up on
You get off stage and you have to snort Wellbutrin to not want to jump
We
off
were
the
talking
building.
about your act in the car, and you said quite a few times that you wanted to kill yourself listening to it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I mean, I do too. Whenever I listen to my stand-up, I feel the same way.
There, I'll say this. I love doing, at the moment, sometimes you're so excited about stand-up, and other times for myself, I just like want to do anything besides stand-up because I'm sick of that format of comedy.
Yes.
And I'm very inspired by people who are much sillier and looser with their material.
Yeah, who like do a cool thing like dishes while they tell a very short
That's
joke.
what you do on TikTok.
Yeah. Oh, wait, what do you mean? No, I was just using an example.
I think in your
It's your
TikTok,
whole
you should start
format.
cleaning your bathroom while you tell jokes.
Why are you being so rude about my bathroom?
Yeah, what if you got into like humiliation porn where you're still doing the joke, but you have to do like more demeaning
Matt,
acts?
that would be pretty cool. I have to
Mix.
lick a guy's foot.
Oh, it would.
I mean, I was gonna say just maybe scrub something with your toothbrush, but if fuck it, you're really in business.
No, but
Yeah,
it would be
you
funny,
can lick Matt's
Dan,
foot.
if you did, like, because your format is so well known and you have such a good online following, if now you were just doing really weird activities with the same joke format.
Yeah. Well, I need to get 1 million before I do that, I feel.
Like in the last clip when you're telling the joke, you're just getting fucked in the ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just go from 0 to 100.
That would be a great way to get kicked off of TikTok.
Or like you're like
good joke,
cooking
though.
something and baking something and no one knows what it is, and then like you reveal it's like crystal meth.
That's so funny.
You're just pouring like hot liquid into a fucking
and you have like
Pyrex.
the gloves on
that
and a
would
beaker.
Be so it's like a 28-part joke, and I go through every step of cooking crystal meth.
Yeah, it's like the fucking Crack Chronicles or what's the Jay-Z thing where he just
A 10
describes
crack. Oh no,
10
no,
Crack
yeah.
Commandments.
No. 10 Crack Commandments is Biggie Smalls. I'm the hip hop historian of the podcast.
all the hip hop heads right now. I'm sorry, I'm not up enough on late 90s hip hop.
I was just in New York too. I know all this stuff.
I really just rep the H-Town mostly.
You're a Houston kind of guy.
Can I talk about my show that happened on
I would
Sunday?
love for that.
Just give us like 20 minutes.
Hey Matt, look at me.
Yeah.
I would love for you to do that.
Okay. And I feel like you sincerely, you are a little upset when I bring up your bathroom.
Okay,
It does
when you
bother
picked
you.
me up from the airport, Matt picked me up from the airport, which was very nice of you, and I'll give you that because Cooper couldn't because Cooper's car was being fixed, and Cooper decided to just say, "Yeah, I'll pick you up from the
Which is a good
airport."
example of realizing what you're capable of before that you say that you can. Because I want to help so
Finding
bad
your limitations.
that I forget that I had given my car to somebody else for
Right.
about 4 days.
You're all about giving.
And I realized that about 40 minutes before you needed to be picked up.
Wait, I thought it was in the shop.
It's in the shop.
You gave it, by someone else, you mean a mechanic?
Yeah,
Yeah. I was just trying
decided
to
to let the mechanic borrow my car for 4 days.
trying to add gravity to the situation.
Cooper also
Add
said
gravity.
he was Cooper also insisted on Venmoing me 50. He was like, you know what? I fucked up.
$50?
I felt like I should pay him
You're
because
so crazy.
I told him not
caused an
to,
issue.
and as a result, he did not Venmo me any money.
which is great.
Um,
Which maybe we could have met.
although
in the
I
middle.
did just learn that you were tipped $500 by.
We'll get into that later.
$50.
We'll get into that later.
Okay.
But right now, let's stick. Matt got me, and then I was with my girlfriend, and we went to lunch, and I felt a little ganged up upon. I felt like I was a little bit. It was 2-on-1.
You got ran through
and I got a little ran through conversationally.
at the brunch. You got ran.
I got
through.
ran through at Air One.
Man, you
And
you,
in your defense, you also had already felt picked on by the people on your flight, which we'll get into.
I was disrespect. I asked you, does this sweater that I'm wearing make me look like a bitch? Because I have been disrespected. And Lewis is laughing, which makes me think maybe you thought this. But I've been disrespected 4 times, and I do not generally get this level of disrespect.
And what did I say about the sweater?
You said it was nice.
I said it looks very.
And then you
look
went on to
handsome.
disrespect me, which makes me think maybe you like this sweater because you feel like it makes me vulnerable.
Dan, I'm going to be honest with you. As a guy that has tried a lot of different fashion styles
Sure.
and gets disrespected on a daily basis.
You get disrespected sometimes.
It's not about the clothes.
It's not about the clothes.
It's just
I was
just-
putting out a vibe.
maybe you're putting out a vibe.
But
you think
can-
about what mobsters wear. They wear sweaters. Is that
Matt-
is that cashmere?
it's wool.
It's not
Oh,
cashmere.
It's merino wool.
Is that wool?
It's wool. It's wool. There's wool.
Wow.
Yeah, it's wool.
Okay, it looks like cotton, but yeah.
No, it's nice enough that it doesn't.
And
make
and
you...
it's those kinds of statements. It's those kinds of
was
statements.
that
where,
a fart? Wait, what happened?
No,
one
I think
farted.
Lewis just laughed really. He had a fart laugh. It was so good.
Sometimes he makes noises out of his
Did you
mouth.
shit?
Dude, but it's those kinds of statements, Matt, where people will get on the chat afterwards and be like, Dan and Cooper were mean to Matt, when really we're defending ourselves from this onslaught of subliminal attacks.
Because when the cameras are off,
oh yeah,
Not true.
Matt texts
my
me
God.
pictures of his chest, and he goes, "Look at all that hair, you hairless bitch."
you
And
like
I'm like
that bitch?
And I don't get it.
Have never done that. I will say this. I do think that gay people are often a little more straightforward with stuff, whereas because we're so like used to being like picked on or whatever, so it's
Yeah.
like your bathroom looks like shit, and we'll just say that point blank, and it's like, oh, I need to fix
no,
that.
no. But you're not. See, no.
But
no.
you're a little bitch.
You don't
so
say
when I tell
that.
you that you have charcoal toothpaste on the back of your toilet seat,
right. But you didn't say that. You said it in like an underhanded sort of way.
but you're with in my
Yeah.
I think you are right in that I should be more socially aware and sensitive and think about other people besides myself. But you were with your girlfriend who
Mhm.
you have a very good relationship
Good
with, and it was
relationship.
just us. It's not like we're meeting new people. It wasn't
Mhm.
like, here's 4 friends. Can I tell you about how disgusting?
No. Here's
It's not
what
like
I,
we're on a podcast with all these
Here's what I
strangers.
didn't like about it, and here's why I got self-conscious, is because I felt like your directness made her feel more open in telling me what she actually felt about my bathroom,
And
which
I would-
was negative.
Then thank him.
No, because I didn't like it.
But don't you want to know?
No.
I
Oh, okay.
and inadvertently I
Well, if
was
you don't wanna
bringing you
know.
2 closer. But
No.
I did think it was funny to
No. Hey,
hear-
hey, before you go on, and I'm sorry to cut you off, look at me real quick.
Oh my god.
Look at me real quick.
This
Look
is-
at me. No.
I think it's
This is
just
very
pretty. I think it's
disrespectful.
pretty obvious that you not cleaning your bathroom is you refusing to understand what it means to be gay in America.
Yeah, it's my one bastion of homophobia is having an unclean.
I feel hated when I'm in there.
right.
I feel hated.
Half of
I
a
feel like-
part of you
yeah.
is hated, then a part of you is very validated.
When I'm in there, I hear the shower curtains whispering to me, "It's just a cop out. You're actually gay.
it's fake.
Every time I turn and see.
piss off your
Well,
parents.
what did your girlfriend say?
She was
Like these were reveals.
no. So Matt was like,
Can I tell him what she said?
yeah, please, if you remember specifically, because I was just in
She
a
said-
blind rage.
She says, yeah. She goes, well, I did tell you the bathroom would be the one thing that would keep me from moving in.
She
with you."
literally said that. She literally said when we had a conversation. I'm just remembering this. I went to a fugue
Okay,
state
I guess it did
Do you
get
block
pretty-
it out?
and forgot this.
Yeah.
She said it wasn't that direct when we were actually having the conversation. I actually said well, you like your spot is a little bit more meticulous than mine.
Yeah.
But when she said it, she goes,
Yeah.
I don't know.
see.
If you're watching this, baby, I love you very much. Okay, this is nothing. We're very strong.
But how dare you?
No, Cooper, easy. Call the dogs off. But yeah, so that one really kind of got under my crotch.
I genuinely wanted to know two things in all seriousness. I wanted to understand your brain because I could not live in that environment. So I was very curious, like, how does your brain work? And then my second thing was I could not date someone who had that bathroom. So how does her brain work? And how has she never brought that up to you?
It's just what you want out of the bathroom.
Well, we also.
And how am I supposed to douche at your place and feel safe?
Yeah.
If
Right.
there's charcoal toothpaste on the back of the toilet seat.
Well, it's like charcoal. Here's the thing: is nothing that with the cleanliness. And I'm not defending the
How the
cleanliness
fuck
of
am I
my
supposed
bathroom.
to douche at your
No,
place?
no. Now give me the floor because you've had your say. I am not defending the cleanliness of my bathroom. It's not very clean, but it's not like you're making it sound like it's disgusting. You're making it sound like
You don't
it's
want me
awful.
to comment on that.
This is an attack on the working class, is what you're doing.
No. It's not clean, but it's like Cooper and I have been in like college dude bathrooms and like bachelor bathrooms
I
that are
also
disgusting.
went to college with dudes.
No. Okay, so
I didn't go to gay
are
university.
Are you saying my my bathroom is as
faggot
bad as
college.
that? Are you saying my bathroom is as bad as that?
I would say it's
No.
worse.
Just answer. Say yeah. Okay, that's crazy. You're wrong. You're just
I'm
wrong.
not wrong. I mean, I guess I went to a really nice private college.
You're just wrong, Cooper. Please chime in.
You can't
Be the
emotionally
mediator.
handle what I'm trying to tell you, and you
I'm
can't
emotionally
see it.
handling it. What are you,
You have
talking
never
about? I'm
cleaned your
listening to you.
bathtub in however long you've been there. It's black and brown all over the bottom. It should be white. There's hair, and you're not even that hairy all over the floor of
It's
the bathroom.
not all over the floor.
The sink.
I'm gonna be honest. Me and Dan, pretty similar bathrooms. Pretty similar bathroom issues. Actually, one of my roommates now uses charcoal toothpaste and is gross. So there is charcoal toothpaste.
It is
And-
a problem. My boyfriend commented on me using charcoal
Yeah.
toothpaste because it makes things get stained.
And there are barnacles on my, shower. It's disgusting. It's what because you go in and you go, oh, I don't like that. And then you go, all right, well, I'm going to shower and then I'm going to get out of here.
Mm.
I'm not trying to live in the bathroom. I don't need it to look like the Emmys. But also, a mess does make me hate myself a lot. But I don't clean it.
I don't like myself when I'm living in
But
that.
me and Dan are probably dirty for different reasons, though.
I think so. Okay, you're looking me in the eye again.
What do you mean? I'm waiting for you to say something.
Oh no, you were looking. I was also just gonna say, like, comparing yourself to Cooper's dirty bathroom doesn't make your bathroom any less dirty.
But I'm saying you're
it's
making
like
my
if a
bathroom.
rat looks at another rat and says, "Are we rats?" And he
He's
goes,
saying
"Yeah."
it's-
That
he's
doesn't make
saying
you a
it's-
bunny.
he's
You're
saying
making
it's-
my bathroom sound like
Whoa.
it's like
Rats are-
horrendous, where it's just a normal, like not super clean bathroom.
Rats are really smart, by the way.
You're literally making it sound worse than it is. You're making it sound like it's like a bomb exploded in there or something, or there's shit on the wall. It's like
There is not shit on the wall.
right.
but you're like a step away
It
from saying
seriously
there is.
needs to be deep cleaned.
Okay,
It's not like a health hazard.
that's fine.
There's a little
You're right.
scum.
It is not a health
Yeah.
hazard.
Yeah.
I was able to properly pee in your bathroom.
not a
I
health
was able
hazard.
to navigate to where the toilet was.
This bathroom could easily get a B, if not an A, on the health scale.
Well, here's
I was
I
the
mean,
hair everywhere.
You said you like hairy guys. You said you like that.
But here's why. I mean, I think this is
You
kind
go
of the
in a bathroom
disconnect
with
is
hair in it?
because you clean your bathroom often, and it's a nice and it's a clean bathroom, right?
Honestly, my bathroom is not super clean. And I have to try like at least once a week to get it clean. But like there's parts of it that are really gross. But I do like the surface level stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Our producer Lewis looked at me and he was like, "Yeah, your bathroom's not that clean."
Oh, it's not that.
But
clean.
it looks like you're not even doing the surface level stuff.
I'm
So
busy.
there's like 10. If you took 10 minutes, you could make it look so much.
Are you
better.
building an empire right now?
His career is
Yes.
going better.
Are
than
you building
ours.
an empire?
Beyonce wasn't
moment.
built in one day.
I'm building an empire, dude. I'm building a network.
I am also building I'm building an umpire.
But Dan did remind us that his career is going much better than
I'm
ours,
building
so
an
that
empire.
That's
Actually,
true.
kind of cancels
Yeah.
out the bathroom.
He's on comedy shows that he can't even tell us about.
yeah.
What do you mean?
Now that I
Well,
think
you said
about it.
You're on a don't tell.
Oh yeah.
You can't even.
No one can know.
You don't even tell us.
Like and subscribe if you think Dan should help me and Matt get more shows.
I already told you. I suggested you already.
Hey, under all of Dan's videos,
Yeah.
comment help
Get
Matt
Cooper and
and
Matt
Cooper
a job.
get booked.
Oh,
Help
we
them
all
get
have
booked.
we all have shows tonight. Look at us.
The boys have shows, dude.
Yeah, the show I'm going to has
Yeah.
4 tickets sold, and the venue is asking me to promote it more.
Wait,
and
is
then
this?
I get
Are you
one
at
free
the
one.
Pasadena Comedy?
I'm at the Pasadena.
I did a show for
Comedy.
4 people last night.
Yeah.
Literally last night. It was a couple and 2 friends in the back, and the couple was together for 11 years, they said, and everybody was just doing crowd work. So I went
Yeah.
up, and I was like, 11 years? How did that happen? And the dude is the most New York guy I've ever, like, Yankees fitted, like, the whole 9. And he just goes, man, it's impossible.
It's
That
impossible.
was his answer. And then the woman looked at him like really mad. So I was like, "Oh, do you have a real answer?" And she was like, "Yeah, weed and liquor." And I was like, "This is the best couple." I just talked to them the whole time. It was so
I
fun.
love how she was like, "What a ridiculous."
Yeah, what a
answer.
ridiculous. We know the answer.
Don't make us look like idiots.
so funny.
Was this at the Stand?
No. The stand shows were incredible.
Yeah,
Where
it was
was
packed
this
out,
at?
right?
This was just like some random show. Yeah, the stand, the first one I did was like almost sold out, and then the second one was sold out, and I had to follow Mark Norman and Joe List, which was scary. I was scared.
Really?
I was in the hallway and I was going, I'm scared.
You nervous?
I was scared.
You did well, right?
I'm sure
I
you
did, yeah.
great,
Yeah.
right?
You just follow the energy.
I had to follow Burr in Boston.
You gotta follow Bill
Whoa.
Burr.
Burr
Wow.
did a drop in at Capo. Dude, it was so funny. So
Wow.
there's not a lot of there's not a lot of drop-ins there. Like in Boston, obviously, it's not like LA or New York, so it's even more of a buzz, which is
Yeah.
kind of cool because it's like you should be fucking excited
Yeah.
when Bill Burr comes
And
in.
it's hometown. Like,
So-
that's crazy.
So the host gets everybody in the thing. He's like, "All right, guys, like Burr's dropping in. Oh, as soon as he gets here, we're just gonna light whoever is on stage and like get him up and get him out." And everybody's like, "Yeah, cool, totally." So we're waiting there.
One
and
guy's like, do not like
you
me.
better not. I'm gonna do my
I'm
time.
doing my catfish bit.
But of course, I was sitting there. I'm like, it's definitely gonna be him than me. I just knew it already. I was like, no one knew when he was coming, but I was like, it's gonna be. I know I'm gonna have to fucking follow. He goes up. I won't give away anything that he's working on, but it was like the hardest. His last bit was not just very funny. It was very emotional.
Yeah.
And in a way that you don't usually like. It was incredible.
He's amazing at that.
It was
Yeah.
really incredible. And then I had to go up, and everybody at every table, when I took the microphone, was talking to each other about the Burr set
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
for the first like minute.
Yeah.
First minute, I didn't even do a joke. I was just like, like waiting for people to kind of be quiet, and then I got into my act.
Really.
I mean, whenever you have a big person come into a room where they're not expecting it,
People got to chill after.
they have to they have to be like, oh my god, did you like that was
Yeah.
incredible, blah 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 blah.
yeah.
But it was
That's
fun.
Cool. You got to open for the guy from The Mandalorian.
Yeah, dude, Mr. Mandalorian.
Dr. Mandalorian.
I shook his hand and I said, "Mr. Mandalorian, I presume."
Did he see you to go up?
I don't think so.
Are you from Disney Plus?
Yeah. Gina Carano's biggest defender?
I didn't know you were. I didn't know you did stand up.
Oh my God, it's Gina Carano's biggest patron.
Dude, are you? No. Star Wars? One time when Jim Carrey came to the Comedy Store, we had to hear, like, when he was leaving, there was 10 minutes where people were, like, in radios, like, he's leaving. He's about to leave. He's
Yeah.
about to leave. And I was like, damn, that's so crazy to be so rich that 95 people hear about when you leave. And I was telling that to my friend Sal Trujillo, who's a very funny comic. And he was like, well, listen, man, I mean, he's Sonic. I didn't even know. Do you know Jim Carrey voiced Sonic?
I don't think he's the villain in the movie Sonic.
Whoa.
I don't think he's Sonic.
How do you know that?
I just went to the movies and they played the trailer for the Sonic 2. He's the
Oh.
main villain, but it's the joke still works.
This is compelling
He's in the
stuff.
movie Sonic, but he's the villain.
You know what I
And he
wanted
has like
to
a
do
giant mustache.
last night, if I can talk about it.
Yeah,
Please.
If that's
I
all
won't
right.
talk about the thing I was going to talk about.
Wait, talk about it.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Well, wait, what happened? Are we going out of order, or is that just...
I was talking about my show on Sunday, but then it got derailed by a particular room in Dan's house that I don't want to talk about.
Oh, now you don't want to talk
All right,
about it.
we'll do some editing.
Well, I'm fine
Anyway,
talking about it, but it just
the show
Some people
that
can't
is
handle it.
at a bar.
Hey,
That's
and we were
not
getting a lot of
dentist.
funny stuff out of that too. It's too bad I couldn't handle it because we were getting so much funny stuff out of talking about my bathroom.
I agree.
There's not a single bit, just you kind of being mean about it.
I was just being objective.
Sure.
As a very logical, grounded, straight man,
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember that people have emotions
Sure.
and that they have girlfriends.
I would love to hear about your show.
Okay, well, what's one thing we do? Let's say it. Love each other. What do we do? Love each other.
I'm glad you're back. I had such a fun time with you and your girlfriend at
Thanks,
lunch.
buddy.
And, I'm thinking, sorry, this is the last thing I'll say. I remember my friend Blake coming over to my place, and he went into my multiple rooms of my place, and I was like, isn't my place so cute? And he was like, yeah, but it's disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized I had never, I hadn't been doing basic cleaning stuff, but it looked okay. And, I think ever since he pointed that out, I started noticing it.
Yeah, here's the thing is like if my life was bad or I was like depressed or whatever, I could definitely see that being good. And this isn't me too or whatever. I'm more happy and successful than I've ever been in my entire life right now, and my apartment looks like shit. So it's like I don't care, to be honest with you.
All right.
That adds up.
That adds up.
You get what you want from the bathroom.
And that could have been your answer from the get-go.
What do you mean?
We already did the love each other.
You're right. Okay.
I closed it up, and then you opened it again.
I love
Okay.
opening it.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What happened at your
But
show?
it is really good to see you. And we had a nice time in the car, and we had a nice lunch.
You did.
I had never eaten at Erewhon before.
The show.
Oh, I wish that you guys could have seen it because it was so funny. But I'm doing what happened was so funny. The comedy was horrible.
The people that you booked.
I'm just kidding. I'm joking. No, it was great. I felt like everyone did really good. It was a very good lineup. It was very fun. I was doing a fundraiser for AIDS Life Cycle, which I just raised all the money for, which is very cool. And I had Alaska Thunderfuck on the show. She's like one of the top 5 like most famous drag queens.
I've heard.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that. That
She's
was crazy.
so wonderful. I just know her from working at the bar, but she's so I've known her for years, but she's just very sweet and very personable. And like literally at the bar, I was like, hey, I'm doing this fundraiser. Like, would you by any chance be willing to like be a part of my show to help raise money? And she was like, yeah, let me check she was like, text me, let me check my schedule. Like, I'd love to help you out. And was just like, so,
That's
you know what I
crazy.
mean? Just
Yeah.
like someone who like is booked out could be booked anywhere.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is just so happy to like, she loves Precinct, the bar, and I don't know, it was just great. Like, it's so nice to see people that you like admire who are just like really are still capable of caring about the people around them and like the working class. Okay, long story short, there was this drunk bitch in the first row of the show, straight girl, and she was with 2 gay guys. And when I say bitch, I say that about everyone. And but she was a bitch. No, oh my god, she follows me on Instagram now.
Yeah.
She sucks.
Shout out to Chloe Coyote. Honestly, I'm obsessed with you. I am. She was so funny. We had so much fun. But I immediately get on stage and she will not stop talking, like
Sure.
nonstop.
To the people on stage or
To her friends.
Got it.
And then during my set, she's like recalling everything I'm saying. And I started a joke about QAnon. And then she like turned to her friends. She's like, what's QAnon? Like, what is he talking about? Like so loud to where everyone's looking at her. And then I looked at her and I was like, you've never heard of QAnon? And she was like, no. And I was like, this girl is like happier than any of us ever
That's
will
funny.
be. Like
That's very
somehow
funny.
she doesn't.
Yeah.
I was like, she doesn't even. I was like, do you watch the news? And she goes, who's that?
Oh, she's so stupid. You can't even do crowd where it's like you're.
She didn't know. I don't know how she didn't understand when I asked her, do you watch the news?
I think she
thought it was
probably
a-
understood, but she thought it was funny to be like.
That's what I'm
"Who's
thinking,
that?"
but
yeah.
I don't.
Is that? I don't know.
Yeah,
Is that how she delivered it?
I've seen that happen before with crowd work where somebody's just like, I'm going to be the show.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, yes. And then she kept wanting to like, she did whatever.
Yeah.
So I had fun with her during my set, and then the next comic went up, did not have fun with her at all. And then Nick Shepard went up and immediately attacked her when he was on stage, like with his words. And it was very funny where he was like, he came out like pretending. Nick Shepard is the nicest person on earth. He came out pretending to be outraged and like immediately approached the stage and was like, if you say one word, like, you know what I mean? It just like threatened.
Dude,
he's good at that.
Nick Shepard is like famous off of very gay paint.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Look him up on Instagram.
They
paint your walls.
It's so cool what they do, but it's like people fucking know them.
Yeah.
It's so sick.
Oh, they're like very, very, very successful.
Nick's a really good comic.
They
too.
have a book coming out.
Damn.
I'm pretty sure they have a TV show coming out. Like,
But
They
that's
make so
funny
much
coming from
money.
Nick. Nick looks like a Midwestern, like he looks like a Midwestern waiter who's too hot for the restaurant. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. No, he kind of looks more like he
Like
would work at like
blonde.
a Good Burger type situation.
Yeah. But like you're looking
Behind
at
the
him, you're like,
counter.
what are you doing?
Yeah.
Right, yeah. I could see him behind the counter at a Good Burger.
But still front of the house, like cashier.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know.
Oh, he's the show.
is Good Burger a real place?
No, but just that
Oh,
vibe.
okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But go on.
Just checking.
So he's being very
I
mean
feel
to
like
this
you guys
girl.
hate this story.
You should
Anyways,
have Sinbad on the show. Anyway,
I should.
continue. I like the story.
Okay. It's not getting the traction I was.
What do we
expecting.
do? We love each other.
Okay, yeah. Nick is on stage. This girl will not stop talking, so I go to the security. I'm like, "Hey, you need to escort the girl out who won't stop talking." And the security guards looks at me and he just goes, "What if she doesn't want to leave?"
That's so
And
funny.
I'm just like,
Wait, what?
Well, that's your job. Like, I was like, why do we hire? And I was like, do you want me to remove her? And he's like, no, I got it. He refused. Like, she tells her to leave, she won't leave, and he just stands behind her and he doesn't know what to do.
Right.
And then like another guy comes and they start pulling her out. She takes her food and throws it. She's eating chili cheese fries at Nick. It hits him on his white shirt. And he just has like, chili stains on his shirt. And then she runs back one more time to throw the rest of her food.
At Nick.
Yeah. And we have it all on video. It's honestly, Nick was loving it. And like he got off stage and I was like, oh my God, are you okay? And he was like, I had so much fun. And we were both just talking about
What a beast.
we were both just
Yeah,
talking about how like it's so fun to do things other than just like your material, because then it was like, oh, I don't have to do my dumb jokes. I can just like talk about how this insane person is like throwing food.
I don't know. I would be
Yeah,
pretty
no.
fucking. I don't know about that.
I would've-
That's a little too far. It's great that he had a good attitude about it, but it's a fucking comedy
Yeah.
show.
It's an
and you're throwing
interesting
Yeah,
like
no,
thing because for me I like the chaos of that and it's like unpredictable and you have to be on your toes.
I see liking the chaos. Listen, there's nothing wrong with liking the chaos, but there's a difference between enjoying a chaotic moment and getting fucking fries thrown at you.
I would
and shit.
throw a Molotov cocktail
I-
at her.
Oh my
if
God.
she did that.
You would have
I would
Oh,
light her on fire.
that would have been jail.
Oh my God, the best thing okay.
I would go to jail.
That would be jail.
The
That would be
best thing
jail.
is she leaves the place.
I
My
love
boss-
comedy.
My boss pulls up. She immediately like writes reviews about the venue, and she writes a review that says, "Worst bar ever. They do not accept LGBTQ at all."
What?
Was this
It's
the
a
night
gay
you
bar.
got sucked off in the bathroom by a man?
Yeah,
This is like a straight woman
I-
robot invented by
Yes.
gay men.
but
So, like,
yeah. And then that girl, she followed me on Instagram. Her name's Chloe Coyote, and I look on her page. Almost every other post, she's at Precinct and the bar
Whoa.
that we work at. And also, she is a rapper. And every other post is her performing
Yes.
on stage.
Chloe, you're not talented. Nobody likes you. It's never going to work out. You look stupid. Everything about you is dumb.
I want nothing. It sucks we have 30 minutes left of this podcast. I want to listen to Chloe Coyote's rap so bad.
Can't we?
Can we?
I want to ask her to write like an intro song for us.
Yeah,
Right? I should DM her that.
totally.
I'm going to do that for sure.
I think she would. She sounds desperate. We can fucking pay her in chili
I
fries.
texted her. I immediately commented on like 3 of her pictures to get her attention. And I was like, girl, I'm obsessed with you. And she commented and she was like, oh my God, why were your friends so unfunny on stage?
Oh,
Oh
wow.
my God.
But she was wasted.
Well, but she wasn't when she responded to your messages underneath her post, which means that she is essentially defending
Actually,
her
I wonder if
actions.
she was even that drunk or if she was just so chaotic.
Wait, so
Oh,
let me ask:
she was
Do you,
drunk.
do
Okay.
you legitimately? Are you legitimately like this person rules, or is this kind of a bit?
It is both.
It's both.
It is so funny to me, and I'm so
Yeah,
fascinated
definitely.
by like the existence of this person that she could
Definitely.
be so careless.
And I'm
just,
with
like,
you. I'm with you on that. But
where
it is,
I do think she's probably happier than me
because
she's delusional and she thinks like what she's doing is great.
Here's my thing. Everybody says that about like deluded people, but I think there is truly an interior to those people because I've talked to enough of those people to kind of understand. No, a lot of them are really fucking sad.
It's like she's on fire and can't feel it
on their
but
insides.
She's like deeply sad. Deeply.
Yes.
And she was drunk too, so she's obviously running from something.
Chloe, I just want you to know you're never going to get better. You're just not. You're just not going to get better because you're not capable of that kind of thing, you know? Because you don't want to change.
Chloe, I love you and I want the
Please
best
watch
for
this.
you and I want that fuzzy hat that you were wearing.
Chloe, you're going to die in a state you never even thought you'd step foot in. You know what I mean?
Arkansas.
In a double wide.
I'm completely indifferent to you, Chloe.
Come on.
And that
Come on.
and that probably hurts you the most.
Lewis, what do you think of Chloe? Oh my God, he just went like
He's also
this.
indifferent.
He took out a knife and then he cut his own neck.
Cut his own neck. Cooper, you had a wild night at the Comedy Store.
I had a fun night last night.
I feel so shitty doing that lead-in to Cooper's story. And
Why?
It's not Cooper's fault, but I mean that was such a like talk show host.
So,
Cooper,
I guess you work at the Comedy
I
Store.
guess you work at the stand-up comedy club.
You're saying sometimes some fucking fucked up shit might happen at that bullshit place. All right. No, it was fine. T.I., the rapper, also known as Tip, has come in a few times and has not tipped. And then
That's kind of funny.
Really
It
funny.
is.
Also,
It is funny.
why is no one on stage talking about how he inspects his daughter's hymen every year? I hope everyone is roasting him on that.
I'm sure people are understanding.
I mean,
Some people have said
he's
it.
kind of just getting into current things that are embarrassing himself, I guess. But
No. Matt's asking if other comics are talking about
Oh,
this on stage
I
while
don't
he's
know.
there, while everybody's a buzz of OTI's here.
I haven't done it. I don't know. Anyway, he did not tip me the first few times he came, and so he came and he was like, "It's come to my attention that you have not been compensated the last few times." And I thought he said, like, "It's come to my attention that you helped me out the last few times." So I just went, "Oh yeah." So like when he was like, "I heard I hadn't tipped you," I went, "Oh yeah." And then
That's awesome.
yeah, it was fine. It was kind of, he already had a speech going, so it didn't really matter what I said. I
Right.
felt like. And then he was like, "I want to make that right." And then he gave me $500. Then I was like, "Whoa!" And then I'm really
Whoa.
bad at expressing emotion, so I had to go, "Are you sure?" And like do the sir.
You may be one of the worst, and this is not an attack on you.
Yeah, you're
but
right.
You're not good at accepting kindness sometimes.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's because you're always like, I have to give to other people.
No, not actually.
I think it literally is. You're
I
a
think
very
sometimes
giving
I'm
person.
nice. Yeah, but no, when people give me gifts, I have a real problem where I'm like, wow.
If you give Cooper a nice enough gift, he'll go, I'm going to kill myself.
Yeah, I have to do something dramatic.
You accept the love you think you deserve.
Mm-hmm. Fuck you, Chloe.
Why don't you love yourself?
Should that be our podcast where we get low?
Why don't
For the
you
last
love-
15?
Why don't you love yourself?
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of, there's a lot of stuff surrounding T.I., but as for the $500 in my pocket, I think he's a world-class performer.
World-class stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then later that night, it was funny. It was a little star-studded. P. Diddy was there. I didn't actually see him, but he had his McLaren SUV.
Ooh.
And then old P.D. Davidson drove in the lot.
PD.
And he was driving Kim Kardashian's $600,000 Lamborghini Urus, and I got to park it. He seems like a nice guy.
Whoa, wait.
because-
You had to park a Lambo?
Yeah.
Was that hard?
No. I had no idea
Really?
how to put it in drive, though.
Yeah.
All I had to do to park it was to reverse it, and then I was like, "Oh, I'm going to pull it in drive and put it straighter," and I was like,
I'm going to reverse it.
I was like, I don't know where the drive is. I have no idea. It's
why-
very
I don't know anything about cars, but why don't you know where the drive is on it?
because the shift is this little thing that's sort of like the size of a palm that's like this wide and that, and I've seen them kind of before, so I pulled it and that puts it in reverse, but then it doesn't move to the side and it doesn't move up, and when you pull it, it only puts it into reverse. So I was like, okay, I have no idea how to get this into any of the other modes of driving.
That's
and,
how
like,
expensive it is. It's like literally poor person proof.
it's like literally all of those cars. You get in and you have to like turn on your flashlight and look around for
Right.
like just
And that whole
anything.
time you're just thinking, man, I should have fucked so many more people over in my life.
Yeah, definitely.
Just to get a taste of this.
It's a very funny looking car, but it is. Pete Davidson seems like a nice guy because like he comes in this ridiculous like Kim Kardashian's almost $1 billion car, and then he comes out and he's like, "How are you?"
yeah.
And I'm like, this is really fun that this guy gets.
I
to
mean,
do
he's
it.
living one of the funny. It's like, as a comedian, you do kind of want a funny, silly little life, and he has such a funny, silly little life.
And now he's involved in a horrific divorce, but he also gets to drive that fun car.
It's so
you know?
funny,
So
though.
that's-
I mean, being involved in a famous divorce as just the guy who's like, and
Wild.
I'm there too.
Doing
it's
sketches.
So funny.
he does sketch.
Little sketch
fucking-
comedy.
He hadn't done stand up in 3 years apparently, but he went on stage and I heard that he crushed. So
Oh,
Pete,
right.
Pete, you're probably watching because we met last night. Great set, dude. Just keep putting the work in. And then later that night, a guy who had been there before came back and almost got into another fight. Because the first time he came, he got kicked out, and then they're like, "You got to leave." And then he did a very childish thing where he was walking away and pretended to walk away, and then went like that. and then,
yes.
And then tried to push the security guard, which got rebuffed.
we
got to
get this guy to date Chloe Coyote.
They would be the coolest.
Yeah, that would be good.
Wouldn't that be just ruin comedy shows from here to Mississippi?
And they're like infamous for ruining comedy.
Yeah.
shows.
So he came back,
Yeah.
and then they're kicking him off, and then he's like doing the whole thing where they approach him and they're like, "Get out of here," and then they walk away, and he's like, "You're a bitch," and then he does a really stupid thing that people don't think through. Is he goes, "I have weapons," and it's really funny.
He says, this is the best
Weapons
threat I've ever fucking heard in my entire life. I have weapons.
multiple.
Do you know how
Small
much time
pieces.
you have to spend online to think that is a threat that you use in the real world?
Yeah, as if it's like fucking World of Warcraft. Like
Literally, I have
vague-
weapons.
vague weapons.
Vague, like like I'm gonna open up kind of like a chart and press like BC, and that
Yeah.
gets to my long sword.
Yeah, the best part is legally, it's just a complete like.
He might
threat.
as well have signed a contract that said you can kick my ass.
Yeah, and
That's
it's
how
like
legally binding I have weapons is as a direct threat.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
he's
so
allowing himself to be physically assaulted.
Literally, you might
have
as well have
legal-
been like, I give you consent to beat the fuck out of me.
yeah. So then that happens, and like and my boss and the security guards, they all rock. And so like he says that my boss faces lights up and he goes, "That's a threat."
We
And that, like, because people don't realize it's like security guards are just waiting for like the please give me the golden child to get their ass beat.
They
And he
want
gave him everything.
They want a guy who's gonna be relatively easy to beat up, but not someone who's like completely pathetic, right?
yeah, he
Someone
was
who-
big. Yeah, he was big.
But he's not. So he's not like pathetic, but he's clearly a guy that they can beat the shit out of.
Inside pathetic. I mean, the three of them easily. Yeah.
Oh my god! And now they have a story forever.
And then I was surprised though, because they walked up to him, and I'm like in the back, like we're off property. I'm just kind of behind him smoking a blunt, and I'm like, punch him! Like I'm like really
Oh,
because
yeah.
like, and then like me and Bruce was just talking about how all the door guys in the back were like, come on, get him! Like
get
all
him.
these weak comedians.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, like they're just surrounding him, and he's not leaving, and I'm like, damn, they're like not fucking him up
Let
yet.
me just say, of the door guys are many of them are weak comedians. AJ Faji is bigger than any security guy I've seen at the Comedy Store.
He is. He's
He is
skinny, but he is much bigger.
He's kind of
Yeah.
jacked, dude.
But he works out a lot. Yeah.
He's buff.
Yeah, he is buff.
That's a big guy.
He was not there.
Oh, well, there
Well,
you continue.
maybe he was somewhere else. But then one of our security guards, Joe, who's this awesome guy, he works as like a in-hospital EMT at I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter if I say the hospital. He works at a hospital. And he's like he's a big dude. He's probably walking around like like 350, and he's like I don't know, maybe like 6 foot. And so, but he's like the calmest guy. He's like a father and a healthcare professional, and he's like, you gotta leave. And then the guy tries, and he just like ragdolls him, and doesn't fuck him up, but like immediately just has full control.
Full control.
You know. And then
This guy works security at the store.
yeah,
He's an EMT.
it's like EMTs, but not the guys in the ambulance. Like once you get to the hospital, so it's like a little more involved. I don't know, hands-on job to say the least. But yeah, then he leaves.
Hey, let's
and
hope
then,
he doesn't get those two jobs confused. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Well, we were joking about how it's like he fucks people up and then goes to the hospital. You imagine like a guy fucks you up and then you wake up in the stretcher and it's like, let's save his life. Yeah. It's like, I'm going to save you so you have to live with yourself. But I don't know. Then it was so funny because the guy gets back in his car and then he drives down a one-way street or a dead end. He drives down a dead end, stays there for 30 minutes, and then 30 minutes later is back on the patio with his hair pulled back because he has long hair and a new shirt. And he's like,
so awesome.
and then I'm like, all right, well, he's back. And then it was funny because I was the only one, so I called security, and then I approached him. I'm like, you got to leave, man. And then, like, he was like, I'm going to film this. I was like, what, are you going to film you being a fucking asshole?
Right.
And I'm like, I'm such a little douchebag where I'm like, this guy could probably beat me up. But
Probably
some
not.
bigger guys are about to show up.
Right.
So I'll
you
just,
know you have backup.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm going to just kind of talk a lot of
Did
shit
he
before they show up.
wave at you like that?
He kind of like to the group. I don't know.
So he was aware that you guys knew who he was immediately.
I mean, I looked at him and was like, that. But I think he got that far because two of the door guys actually did not recognize him, which is the funniest thing.
So then he was
Oh
like,
my
I
God.
got past.
It's so fun. He's kind of the best.
I mean, that's why the store is great, but also that kind of situation is hard to manage because it is inherently like employed are stand-up comedians who are fuck-ups.
Yeah, exactly.
And they
It's
do
so
a good
funny.
job. It's a good club to go to, but man, I mean, just imagining some of those guys doing the most remedial tasks.
It's hilarious.
It's so funny.
We're all terrible at our jobs. Yeah.
Is he
it's,
86, this guy? Like, is he allowed back at the store?
Of course not now.
Okay.
No, he's fully banned. And he was
Gotcha.
banned before. But
Oh,
then he
he-
was hanging
okay.
out there. And then it was so funny because Mitzi Shore opened up the Comedy Store. And he's now crying on the sidewalk. And he's like, what would Mitzi Shore think? And then I look at him and I go, she would hate you. and like, I don't know if I wasn't like trying to be cool or like trying to be fucked up by this. But like genuinely, he was crying really hard. And I was looking at him in the eyes. And I literally like laughed so hard I almost started crying.
Right.
Of just staring at like a man in his mid-30s crying and expecting sympathy from people after he's trying to fight them. And then I was
Right.
just like, ah! Like just
Right.
laughing at him. And I was like, man, I was yelling at him. I was like, man, there's so much denial in you. And I
Right.
was like, he showed up with his hair. I was like, man, I'm just imagining you fucking putting your hair up in the car.
So funny.
And he was doing all that shit where he's like, it's interesting how you see the group dynamics where the bitches are part of the pride and so they can protect themselves. And it's like, yeah, we're friends and we like each other.
yeah.
And we all like being here and you suck.
No, I was saying I love that where it's like someone has taken such a massive L.
Yeah.
And it's like when someone's falling from a cliff and they just try grabbing at the air around them.
Yeah.
That's so what that was, where it's just like you're falling and you're just like, well, you're actually a bitch.
Yeah, because at that point it had already become physical, which to me means that every single altercation after that is technically still a physical altercation, even if you're talking. So it's pretty much like you've already gotten into a physical altercation, and now you're trying to fucking mind game us, where it's
Right.
like, you've lost really hard when people have already thrown you around, and you're like, all right, time for some chess of the mind.
I would do
It's
that.
like-
I mean, when I was an abject loser up until probably age 18, and if I'm being honest, maybe further than that. I remember a dude like absolutely bitched me out at a party once, and like I don't know what his
what happened and why?
they were trying to break into a dorm, and they were trying to like battering ram through a door, right? And I was like, oh, this is funny. Like they were all on the track team, and I was like, oh, this is funny. Like I want to film it. But then one of the guys, like I was absolutely a loser at this college, so
Okay.
you could do whatever to me basically. I was the guy at the Comedy Store.
Gosh.
So he goes, I just like took a picture because it was so funny seeing these like three guys, and obviously the doors there are so fucking heavy, like you obviously can't do it. He's like, hey dude, fucking put down your phone. And I hadn't even started recording it, and I was like, oh yeah, sure. And he was like, no, fucking let me see your phone. Did you record that? And I was like, no, I didn't record it, but I'm not giving you my phone. And he was like, fucking blah, blah, blah. I don't know what happened, but everybody left. And then he sees me at a party which I didn't know anyone there.
Oh,
Not
God.
a single person,
The
dude.
one guy you know hates
The
you.
one guy, dude, because I went there with my friends and they were all drinking and stuff. I didn't really drink at that point, so I was just kind of like walking around. I would play this game where I'd be like, okay, I'm not going to be stationary because that you're dead if you're stationary. People are like, weird guy.
Yeah.
So I would just stay in a place and then move very tactically to another place to make it seem like I was doing stuff.
Parties can be so stressful.
It's so bad when you don't know anyone. And I was walking through, and he grabs my collar and he puts me against a wall, like literally high school bully. And he had a friend there, and he was like, "Dude, let me see your fucking phone." He's so drunk, and I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, no. But also, he had his friend there. I didn't know anyone there, and I was like, I'm not gonna get fucking beat like senseless tonight at a college party. So I was like, no, you're not gonna get my phone. And he's like, give me your. And I was like, you can hit me. I was like, you can hit me. You're not getting my phone. Like, I was just so over it.
Yeah.
And when you reach that stage of giving into like just being an absolute, people will stop fucking with you.
Did he hit you?
No, his friend was just like, come on, let's go. And he was like, yeah, I guess I'm going to have to hit this guy if I want his phone, which I'm not willing to do.
Because you weren't antagonizing him anymore.
No, I mean, I wasn't trying to antagonize him from the beginning, but I think a lot of people, that's the thing about bullying where it's like,
They want the resistance.
Well, people always paint bullies as these people who are like inherently evil, which I understand why, but like obviously like bullies can make people fucking kill themselves, and bullies do exist in adult. Like people are always like, well, if you're an adult, like no one get. It's like adults get bullied constantly, and it's good to get it out of the way when you're a child.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people do have this inherent like sort of tribe mindset that is not their fault, but their brain is just like a computer seeking out like, okay, who can I fuck with to like make like myself feel better in the group. And
right.
but there's a lot of blame placed on it. But when I saw that guy, it's like, I don't think that guy is necessarily a bad person. I think it's like he smelled the pheromones on me.
Yeah, definitely.
And he was like, this is someone who I can very easily fuck with as much as I want.
I mean, yeah, you were tactically moving to not look alone around a party, so he spotted it.
It was the most like Basal Ganglia shit of all time.
That would
like,
be
total medulla oblongata.
That would be funny if you're at a party where you didn't know anyone, but you wanted to talk to someone. So you see the one guy that hates you, and then you're like, fuck, I guess I'll go talk to this guy. God
All
damn
right,
it. That'll
hey,
probably get the ball rolling.
Remember me?
Hey, man, you remember? I was filming.
I was Mr. Film.
Did you ever get beat up like that? Have you ever gotten beat up?
No, I probably should have been.
Have you ever gotten, like, your ass beat?
Only.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no.
No. I was just gonna ask, like, were you not working out at this time?
No, I could have. Well, this guy was also pretty in shape, and I didn't really know how to fight at all. This is before I had ever taken like a MMA class or anything, so he would have probably kicked my ass.
Mm.
Okay.
But he was a lot smaller than me, and he was jacked. But I think that's the thing is like
he was a lot smaller than you.
He was smaller than me, yeah.
What
but
was
you
his
can
penis size?
It was pretty big.
Oh.
He was one of those like small guys, but you see their piece, and you're like, I see why you're so confident.
Well,
You were touching it while he was mad at you, right?
And it really diffused the situation.
You gotta touch his
proportionally, it
penis.
looks bigger, but his penis was probably the same.
It was with the back of my hand, so he's not threatened by it.
Wait, so he's in front of you, and you're
Yeah, and I was just kind of with the back of my hand, just going, shh, shh,
just kind of letting him know you're there.
shh, 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 shh.
That's what security guards should do.
That's smart.
I guess we shouldn't advocate for that.
No, we shouldn't advocate for that.
Sorry.
On the as far as like backing down from a fight on the drive home from the airport, there was this woman, and like we were at a stop sign, and she was taking forever to cross the street. This is after I dropped you off.
Oh, okay.
And I was just waiting forever, and there was a woman crossing the street, but the woman had like fully gotten out of her way, but technically she was still crossing the street. And so I honked my horn because I was like, come on, like we're crossing Pico. It's a busy like intersection. Like this is your time. And we both cross, and the woman rolls down her window and she screams at me. And she was like, there was a fucking person crossing the street.
Oh,
and then
no.
and then I yelled back, and I was like, she had already crossed.
That's so
And then
funny.
she yelled back again, and she was like, you don't have to be a fucking asshole. And then I just yelled back, and I was like, you're actually right. I'm sorry.
yeah.
And then she was just like zoomed off, but I was going the same way as her, and I was like wanting to go fast, so it kind of looked like I was chasing her.
Hilarious.
But then she parked and like just got out of her car and she was like fucking livid.
You know
really?
what?
She had to park just to be mad?
No. Like she had gotten to her destination.
saw
And she
it.
parked, but like she got out of her car and it was like me telling her like, "You're right, I was wrong." Like
Right.
that didn't satisfy.
No, of course not. Well, also, what I learned, like not recently, but a couple years ago, I was always such a pacifist, like to a crazy, like you could do anything to me, which it was like the root of it was just cowardice. Like I wouldn't stand up for myself.
Yeah.
But I learned at a certain level, I always think of it as like when you get like utterly disrespected in public, you have to pick your battles. But if you don't do anything, the whole weight of that situation is just on you.
I
Like
hate
you
it.
have to carry that burden.
Yeah.
Sometimes this is like unpopular, whatever, or maybe not the most salient point, but it's like yelling back and standing up, it takes the weight off of you and it puts it back on. Because you felt like, you know, when people drive by and are like, fuck you, and they zoom off and you don't get reprisal, that shit stays with you.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes it's nice to get a little yell back.
Most people do not want to fight, and you shouldn't go around with the assumption that you aren't going to get your ass beat. But you can say a lot of really terrible things to people.
You've tested this.
And all they will do
Cooper's
is,
in the lab every day with this theory.
Yeah. And am I a small guy who says mean stuff to strangers too much? Yeah.
Mhm.
Do I have a little radio on my chest where maybe 30 seconds into getting killed, a bigger guy could come, and then I would die 3 days later instead of immediately in the hospital? Yeah. And I live for these moments.
Well, that leads us perfectly into this. Cooper, what's something pan you've done?
I reconsidered my thoughts on T.I. considering an amount of money that he gave me.
Interesting. So what you're saying is you're sort of at the whim of whoever is paying you regardless of sexuality.
Yes.
Or regardless of their
Or
gender.
I think because of his sexuality, him choosing money over moral character is not an issue.
Right.
Because of his identity his identity capital,
Yeah, I mean,
he gets a pass.
We should
Yeah.
really do like
if you did that, it would be like bad Dan.
yes.
But if Cooper did, it's like, oh, he's pan.
We
He
it's
can
should
choose
about
money over
no
love.
morals.
we should really do like a Matt corner where you go full Ben Shapiro and then we put those clips out and see how many Republican viewers we can get to listen to the whole podcast based off that.
You mean, should we make fake clips of Matt?
Basically fake clips of Matt being like, listen, identity politics have gone too far.
Oh, okay. And then they watch like
And then they'll
10
watch us.
seconds of the actual podcast and have a heart attack. Like, why are they ruining Dan?
Well, it's like it's a separate account that's sort of,
Yes.
you know, we're targeting. It's like when Netflix personalizes which main character they're showing you on the cover of the movie.
Yes.
Okay.
So they're doing that, but like they're just taking things I've said out of, or maybe in
Has anyone used the
context.
title problematic?
Ooh.
Ugh. I'm
It-
thinking of all these great handles now.
It would be funny if you were like, no, we don't have a racist podcast. Or like, you have entirely racist segments. We're like, no. It's like a. It's
You
like
listen
a
to the podcast.
It's like a separate thing.
You have to listen
Those
to the
are-
whole context, and the
Yeah.
whole context of the clip isn't even there.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's just
Yeah.
separate recordings. Like,
Yeah.
hey, Matt, get in the
Exactly.
corner and say this.
Right. Yeah.
It's not on the show.
Matt,
But we posted to like subreddits that are very racist.
anything particularly gay you've done recently?
Um,
What? You don't like the way I lead into it?
No, just the plan.
I'm doing my best.
Matt's like, and then we put it to subreddits that are like,
Could you
Very
clip?
racist.
Could you put the clap one and then the guitar one together, please?
I think this is clap.
Yeah, that and then the guitar. And we're back. Matt, what have you done that is homosexual?
I ate my ex-boyfriend's cum in a bathroom that I work at.
Clap again, please. That's great. How was it? How did it feel? Was it hot?
8 makes it sound like longer than swallow.
It was very, very, very hot.
Yes.
Because I feel like both literally and emotionally.
When you're in the bathroom, is he making a bunch of noise getting sucked off, or
Yeah,
is he
he's
just
like,
kind of whispering? Is he going, oh my god!
And someone's like,
Hey! Oh! You're sucking my dick in here!
Whoa!
Whoa! You're sucking my fucking dick in here!
and someone's like, hey, I want to go to the bathroom. And we're like, we're eating chicken nuggets.
Don't you work there?
Yeah.
You're like, I work here.
I work here.
I fucking work here.
Is it a private bathroom or are you in a stall?
It was a private, like there's
Oh,
like
a little
private
private
stalls.
place.
Yes.
Yeah.
Private place.
But it was great, and he's great, and we made out a bunch, and it was super hot, and I think we have a bright future ahead of ourselves.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, you texted us and you were like, so I sucked his dick in the bathroom.
Yeah, it was nice.
I feel like we're going to get back together at some point. And then you were like, but not now. And I'm like, Matt you're really amazing how you could be so like directly sucking your ex-boyfriend's dick and be like, I think we're going to get back together. But let's be realistic. We still need time.
Yeah.
Or like, that's a good balance of fun.
Right?
What?
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think it would be bad if you were like, we're back. And I'd be like, that's a bad idea.
Yeah, I
just
think
broke
this
up.
is a good thing for the time being.
But I mean, if you run into someone you love and you suck them off and then, that's fine.
And then you go over to their house the next day and fuck them in the ass and then take them to the airport. That's fine too.
You took him to the airport?
Yeah.
And you took Dan to the airport.
And Greg was going to Boston.
Oh.
And Dan was coming back from Boston.
Did you fuck Dan in the ass too?
Oh, shit.
I'm just wondering how you pick people up from
Did
the
that
airport.
happen?
Did you fuck him in the ass?
Wait, do you have a back tattoo?
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
It says
Maybe
Cooper.
Oh.
It says Cooper.
I love
Cooper is
music.
my friend.
we should all get tattoos of each
It
other.
says
My friend
The
Cooper.
Godfather is a great movie.
Okay. Something straight I did was my girlfriend met my family. It was very nice.
Oh, that was the
that's
first time
wonderful.
in person.
Yep. First time in person.
She's
they all
met them
liked her?
over
She's
Skype.
met my mom over Skype.
She
'cause
hasn't met your
teaches
sister.
her yoga. Hasn't met your sister.
How much older is your sister than you?
2
20
years.
years.
20 years.
2 years.
What?
All right. We have shout outs. Cooper, are you ready?
Yeah.
Matt, are you ready?
Yeah.
We need to make these good because if we make these good, it means that people are going to they're going to really want to subscribe to the
Okay,
Can
podcast.
we
gonna
also shout
go-
out the lady that said I'm not the most fuckable to straight women? Just say I hate her.
No.
We could what
Well,
was her name? Heather?
It might have been Heather.
I like
What?
that you said that.
Aaron?
Aaron,
Aaron?
I think that's good that you said that.
Fuck you.
No, we don't
Fuck
need
you,
the, Cooper,
Aaron.
we need people to keep
Fuck
listening
you.
to the podcast.
But not Aaron.
Although I would argue, Aaron, that he is what straight women are looking for right now in the era of Pete Davidson.
Aaron doesn't want to fucking listen. That's her problem.
Well, she has been listening, and I thank you for
Yeah,
that.
she's been listening, and we thank
Anyway,
you for your
let's just-
subscription.
Let's talk.
Normcore alum 2005.
Normcore alum, you gotta change that name. Nobody's ever gonna respect you for it. Normcore is dead. Mac DeMarco is convicted.
Felicia Harry.
Felicia Harry. Damn, you can come over to my place anytime. Or you've been spending way too much in Dan's bathroom. Is
Juliet.
That's why no one date
Gil-
her.
Juliet Gillamy.
that Jeffrey Epstein's accomplice?
Yes.
Gil-
That's her
Oh
alien.
my
Ghislaine Maxwell.
God.
Finally, a famous listener. Finally.
Jillian, you are a rascal.
Maria Del Mar.
Maria Del Mar. I was actually born in Playa Del Mar from two people named Jane and Ronnie Culkin, but they died in
They
an
died.
Amtrak collision.
He freaks out
How
every
much
time
of
we
that
talk about
was
it.
true?
None of it.
Okay.
Nate Curtin.
What? What? This guy's name is Nate Curtin?
That's perfect. Moving on.
You dumb motherfucker.
Carrie Wiseman.
I mean, I don't know. I really don't have a lot.
Nakari Wiseman. I
know.
saw you the other day at Whole Foods.
Yeah.
Said we wouldn't talk
And we
about
both
that.
bought Jell-O.
The corduroy boy.
If you put a whole pair of corduroys up my ass and pull it out, they'll actually be like as if they were dry cleaned.
Oh, her name is actually Jenny HC9.
Is that the one who? was
Yeah, the
talking
one
shit?
who said, no, Dan is the most desirable for straight women. Let's start there.
All right,
Jenny HC9, if you come to Los Angeles, I will buy you 3 tacos.
3 tacos, any stand you want.
don't come to the
Except
city.
like not like a hoity-toity, like an actual fucking taco stand.
Don't come to the
No,
city.
I'll take you to a great. I'll ask.
You're not gonna
people
go to
and
fucking
find
Homestay,
out-
though.
No.
Yeah.
I'll ask people objectively what is a great taco truck
the area.
something local.
Great.
It's on site.
Yeah.
It's
Thank
on
you
site if
For
I see you.
listening, stop threatening now. We have to do the
I'm
send-off.
literally not threatening.
Thank you for listening to the podcast.
Sounds
We
good.
love you all. Have a good day.
Not Jenny.